What you're looking at right now is entirely generated with AI. And this new AI tool that I'm going to show you today is completely changing faceless YouTube channels forever. We run a dozen different YouTube channels. I've been doing YouTube for the past 11 years, and I've tried every single AI tool under the sun. What I'm about to share with you today is different, and honestly, I cannot believe the times that you and I are living in right now. Back when I started my YouTube journey back in 2014, I had to find clips for my YouTube channels. I had to do an insane amount of editing. I had to waste hours and hours. And then once I could afford it, I had to hire somebody for thousands of dollars per month to outsource that process. And so I personally was spending all of my time. I had no social life back in high school just to run one YouTube channel, and contrast that against today where we can generate documentary quality videos in just a couple of seconds. And I'm going to show you the exact AI tool that just came out that's absolutely insane, and all the features of it, how you can use it, so you can stay up to date with this AI revolution that's going on right now. I'm going to show you the exact prompts that I personally am using, and I'm going to show you some of the mistakes to avoid using when using any AI tools on YouTube to avoid your YouTube channel getting deleted if you do this the wrong way. But the good news is that it's very easy to do it the right way, especially with this new tool that just came out, but it is very important that you stick around until the end so you can see that last important point. Now, the problems with AI video have been that you couldn't keep consistent characters throughout your video. You could only do videos up to 8 to 10 seconds at the absolute most. Any text in your videos would be completely messed up, and the videos were incredibly expensive. And so in this video, I want to show you how you can use this new tool in the context of making YouTube videos. I will actually get a ton of views that YouTube will be okay with and actually provide a lot of value and look incredible. So Kling just released Kling 3.0, which is their newest video generation model, and here on the channel I've talked about Kling in the past, how to use it for faceless YouTube videos, and it was actually the recommended video tool that I recommended using due to the fact that other models like Sora 2 or Google Bio were absurdly expensive in comparison. And so it makes Kling 3.0 different from the past versions of Kling are that you can generate multi-shot sequences all in one video generation, so you're not having to generate 10 different videos and then stitch them all together later. And this is especially useful for YouTube intros, because if you wanted an insanely good YouTube intro that keeps people's attention, you really just want each clip showing for 2 to 3 seconds at most, with a voiceover or a narration on top of it. And speaking of which, with Kling 3.0, you can do character level speaking control while also controlling the dialect. So if you want someone to have a certain accent or something, you can do that. The lip sync is way more natural. You can add elements throughout your video, and don't worry, I'm going to be showing you examples of all this. And one of my favorite things about this is the fact that you can generate videos up to 15 seconds long. In order to access Kling 3.0, I actually personally already use Higgsfield for several of my different YouTube channels. It's an amazing all-in-one tool with every single model that you could ever want is all included with it, including image generation, video generation, everything else is all within Higgsfield. I'll leave a link down below where you can get a really great deal on it. And now to access Kling 3.0, we're going to go to the video tab right here and then go to create video right here. That'll pull up this tab. You can then select your model. We're going to want to select Kling 3.0 right here, which is the newest model that was just released that allows you to do videos up to 15 seconds long, which is absolutely incredible. Then you can go ahead and also select your resolution, 720 or 1080p right there. And then you can describe your shot if you want to do a text to video, or you can also put a starting frame in as well. And I've gotten some really insanely good results from using Nano Banana Pro to generate an image as the starting frame of my video, and then using Kling to go ahead and animate that. That's how you can get insanely amazing videos. But this new tool right here is called Multi-Shot. And if you select this, you can go ahead and describe each shot as well as how long each one should play, and then you can go ahead and add in up to 5 different shots for a single 15-second video. And then you can select how long each clip is going to play. You can describe them all in depth, and it's far enough to understand the context throughout the different clips as well. And we also have the ability to add elements. Elements are one of my favorite parts when it comes to doing this, because you can go ahead and put in a character and then keep that character consistent across tons of different videos without having to describe that character from scratch. And this actually largely replaces the need of generating the starting frame of your video. And as you know, as I've been recommending here on this channel for the past few months, I highly recommend having an AI character be the host of your channel due to the fact that it builds real brand IP, and with all of the AI content that is coming onto YouTube, you can differentiate yourself and make a real connection with viewers by doing that method, and this makes it incredibly easy to do. So I highly recommend using this if you're running a faceless YouTube channel. And so let's start with using this for generating an intro for a faceless travel video that we're going to be doing about Santorini, Greece, for example. And so I just generated this prompt right here using ChatGPT, saying, give me a very cinematic, dramatic prompt for a travel video about Santorini, Greece. And I actually put in the prompt to make it a multi-shot sequence in one continuous generation. So I didn't even use the multi-shot right here, which you can go ahead and use and then describe each shot individually, but Kling 3.0 is so smart that I literally just put in Shot 1, an aerial drone shot over white cliffside buildings at golden hour, Shot 2, smooth camera pushing towards blue domed rooftops overlooking the sea, and then Shot 3, a slow pan of waves hitting the cliffs below. Natural lighting, realistic colors, and calm cinematic pacing. They also told it to make it a peaceful travel documentary style as well. I'm going to go ahead and select 15 seconds right there, 1080p for the resolution, and then go ahead and click generate. Now when you're generating these 15-second videos, they can take a little bit longer, and so I like to just leave this running in the background while I'm doing something else, maybe generating or perfecting my script, making sure my video is going to be really good. And now here is the finished video that we just made right here. As you can see, this looks indistinguishable from a real video, looks completely real. I honestly cannot even tell this is AI at all. Wow, that is just absolutely crazy. And it did all 3 shots that we asked for it as well. So if we were doing a travel faceless video, we could literally start with that sequence saying something along the lines of Santorini, Greece is one of the most beautiful places in the world. Now at this point you might be saying, okay Matt, that's awesome. However, I want to do something with an actual AI character like you're recommending. Can you show me an example of doing that? Because you have YouTube channels like, for example, this channel right here, which is called Nick Invests, and this channel right here just does videos like why everything changes even more after 20,000, just these finance tutorial videos where they have these 2D animated characters kind of explaining everything, and the channel gets 2.3 million views per month, which is absolutely crazy. They're making an insane amount off of this channel, and you can generate videos like this, in fact, a lot better than this, by using this tool, which actually steps up the quality several times. Let me show you an example of exactly how I personally would use this. So first and foremost, we need the AI character itself, and in order to generate this, I'm going to go to the Image tab right here within Higgsfield, and then go to Create Image, and I'm going to select Nano Banana Pro from all of these different image generators right here because it is the absolute best. It does use more credits. Feel free to use Seadream 4.5 right here if you'd like, due to the fact that it's a little bit cheaper. However, it's not going to be as good as Nano Banana Pro, so I'm going to select that. And then for my prompt, I'm going to do a 3D animated character who is an old man in a suit with a monocle, full body shot on a white background. Click Generate right there. You can generate 4 at a time, which is awesome depending on the Higgsfield plan that you get, and I selected for it to be a 9:16 shot, which is a vertical shot, so that the character's full body fits in there right there. And as you can see, we have 4 different options that we just generated. I actually really like this first one right here. I think it looks perfect. So this is going to be our character. So if we're going to be making a channel like Nick Invest right here, we can call it whatever we want. We can call it Grandpa Invest, for example, or Grandpa Wealth. That's an amazing channel name right there. So we've got Grandpa for Grandpa Wealth. We're going to download that image. We're going to head on back over to the video tab right here. And then what we're going to do is go to Elements, click to create a new element. We're going to then upload that photo that we just generated. And then we're going to give it a name. We'll call it Grandpa Wealth right there. And we also need to have a description. So I'm just going to say it, an old man with a monocle and a cane right there. And then we also need angles. So in order to generate those video angles, we're going to go back to the image generator, copy this image right here, go right here, paste it in, give me a different angle of this man from the side, and we'll just generate one right there. And then we'll do another one from the back, generates, and then we'll do one more of this man close up on his face and also generate. And then now we have these different angles right here which look perfect. We'll go ahead and download all 3 of these, go back over to this, add our angles in right here. So our 3 different angles, we will open them to upload them right there, and then we can simply click generate. And now our character is ready to use, so we'll go ahead and select it, click use element, And then we can actually reference this element at any time by clicking at on our keyboard and then referencing the element. And so I have a prompt here that we're going to use, which is going to be at Grandpa Wealth walks out of his huge mansion during the day, and it's a close-up shot that becomes a crane shot going up, and he says in his successful old man voice, "So you want to be rich? Here, I'll show you how I did it. 3D animated style," and then we'll go ahead and click generate. And now here is the finished video. So you want to be rich? Here, I'll show you how I did it. That is absolutely awesome, and that's way better than that other channel, Nick Invest, that just had a crappy 2D animated character. But the cool thing about Kling 3.0 is that you can do stuff like that too. If you want to make it look more hand-drawn and low quality, you can easily do that as well. And you can keep that character consistent by having an element that you can reference over and over in future videos. And so now let me show you another animated character example right here. So this channel is called Yellow Dude, and they just do workout tutorials with this animated character, and the channel gets 3 million views per month. That is way more than a full-time income just from ad revenue, not to mention the fact that they can sell stuff from this channel as well and make a lot more on top of that. As you can see, they have courses right here, but you can generate videos like this incredibly easily with Kling 3.0. So check this out. We're going to create a new AI character, and for this one, I wanted him to be orange. So playing on that whole thing of like a different color character, I did a 3D orange workout character, full body shot on a white background. He's wearing orange and white workout clothes, and he's holding nothing and has a neutral expression. That generated us this character right here. We have a couple variations, but I really like this one, so we're going to go ahead and download that. We go back on over to the video tab, and then we're going to create a new element. Using our new character, we'll go ahead and generate a few different angles of this character as well, because we need at least 3 who generate the element that we can go ahead and use. And so there we go. We got all the angles uploaded. We're generating the character right here, and then we'll go ahead and select Orange Dude, use the element, and then we have a prompt right here, which is going to be a close-up of his arms as he does pull-ups on a bar, because let's say one of the things he's teaching, and if we go to this Yellow Dude channel actually right here, one of their most popular videos is talking about quit the gym, do calisthenics, or do like body weight exercises. And so we're going to have our Orange Dude guy teaching how to do a pull-up. And as you can see, it says as he's doing it, he says the proper way to do pull-up is to bend your arm slowly, and he does one with one arm while pointing to his arm saying like this. Now most AI video generators are going to do one of these things correctly. It might say the right thing, or it might do the one arm pull-up, but it's going to mess up the voice, or it's going to mess up the movement, or it's going to mess up something and give you an unusable clip. However, let's actually just make this like a 5-second video. We don't need it that long. Right there, it'll only use 10 credits as we can see, 1080p, and click generate, and let's see what Kling does. Here's the video that we just generated. Let's take a look at it. The proper way to do a pull-up is to bend your arm slowly, like this. Wow. So he even pointed as he was doing it, as he was doing a proper pull-up, he actually pointed at his arm while doing it one arm, just like we asked it. So this new model really stays accurate to what you're asking it to do, almost exactly. So anything you can conceive of or imagine under the sun, you can now do with this tool. I mean, I just have to take a look at this again right here. Per way to do a pull-up is to bend your arm slowly, like this. Wow, and it even got the lip syncing all correct as well. This actually looks a lot better than this Yellow Dude channel. And we just generated that in a few minutes. And now let's try out the multi-shot feature with Kling 3.0 so you can see how that works as well. Then I had ChatGPT generate me a prompt. Now this one's going to be for a documentary about this cruise ship that sank, and I told it to write me a 6-shot sequence. We'll use the first 5 of those for this right here. And I told it needs to be super cinematic and dramatic. And then we have these prompts right here along with how long each one should be playing for. So I'll go ahead and copy that prompt, head on back over to Higgsfield, and then I'm going to select the multi-shot option right here, and I'll paste in each shot one by one for each of these different shots right here, going down the line. And this is designed to be an intro for a video to really hook people in for watching this entire video, and of course you'll have a voiceover on top of this as well. And so there we go, now we have all those added in. Now we'll click generate and take a look at this right here. Absolutely perfect. That is such a dramatic intro, and this is something where you couldn't necessarily get stock clips to show all these different things. You're not going to find stock video, for example, of a cruise ship sinking, or of an interior shot of the cruise ship after it hit the iceberg. So these tools for us running faceless YouTube channels are so incredibly valuable because it's going to help keep attention throughout our videos, which is one of the most important things on YouTube. Now, the most important time to hook someone is in the first few seconds of your video. So my personal recommendation with using any AI tools, especially Kling 3.0, is to use it to generate your intro at the very least. If you can afford it, of course, use it as much as you can throughout your video. However, you can still go ahead and use stock videos at certain points throughout your video to lower the cost, as well as use tools like my tool called vid.ai, where you can actually go ahead and generate entire long-form videos up to 20 minutes long, and then you can input clips from Higgsfield. You can generate your Kling 3.0 clips, put them in throughout the video, especially in the very beginning of your video, and then you can make God-tier, amazing quality, full YouTube faceless videos. And at this point, you might be saying, okay, Matt, this all sounds great. However, isn't this going to just be incredibly expensive? Well, when you compare this against the old way that I used to do YouTube, which was having multiple stock footage subscriptions, a video editor for $100 to $300 a video, a script writer for $50 to $100 a video, a voiceover artist for $20 to $25 a video, a thumbnail artist for $5 to $20 a video, I was paying anywhere from $200 to $500 per video. And if you're posting 3 times a week, that's $2,500 to $6,000 per month. Contrast that against having just a couple AI tools like Higgsfield Premium, which any one of their plans is pretty much less than you're going to pay for getting an editor to edit just one YouTube video you can get access to. All of these different tools, you can use 11 Labs for a voiceover for $22 a month. You can use an AI thumbnail tool like Tailsy, for example, which will be cheaper than what I personally have paid for just 1 or 2 thumbnails in the past. And right now, Higgsfield has a deal going on, 70% off for all plans, which makes this even more ridiculous. I'll put the link down in the description if you'd like to try this out yourself. I highly recommend it. It's the best deal you're going to find. But here's the thing, and this is incredibly important. While it is awesome having access to all of these different tools, YouTube as a platform does not want low-quality AI slop on their website because advertisers don't want to put ads on that, and they want to make sure that all content on YouTube is actually providing a lot of value to people.